Okay, so let's chat about breathing today, and then also chat on the SET, science, engineering, and technology. Now, for the breathing, anybody of you guys have tested out, tried it out, what I'm talking about? You can share if you like.
No, I didn't get the opportunity to do it.
So who have tested out? You can share right now.
Yeah, I made a little thing, so I can. So I did it once, so it's new for me. So I want to practice more.
What do you find out?
That you have more connection with your breathing.
So that is after your 2C state, right? After your nurture chi, right?
Yeah, I practice. Yeah, I didn't have much time because I make a little thing first. I didn't practice it like you used to do, for how you do it. So I have to explore it more, how I can do it better, good.
So do you follow the instruction, like you get into the nurture chi state and then you do the exhale with mouth?
I've done not like that. Only try it out with how do you straw? I didn't do it with the rest yet.
This is the problem. This is exactly the problem. If you don't do the N1, you really don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't have to. I will do that. I've done it.
So I want to tell the entire world, when I'm saying something, you better do it step by step. Otherwise, that is nothing can be verified. Okay? That's why the entire world is screwed up today. It's because everybody go their own way. And when they learn something, a little bit thing, and then just do whatever it is. And then they come back, they say, well, I have this too. So it is very critical now. That's why I'm starting the platform 2021 Silicon Valley Kung Fu platform. Nobody here on is like you look into the YouTube. How many of those people take my video and performing the Xiu Lim Tao and then put in the video, this is the ancient Xiu Lim Tao, and then everybody know they have their Xiu Lim Tao, ancient Xiu Lim Tao. This type of stuff have no quality, no repairability, cannot be verified. This is the bad stuff. This is the mess in the Kung Fu world in the past 100 years or so. If you watch my video in the past few days. I'm screaming at people yesterday in the Six Healing Sound in who messaged me from Asia. Okay, I tell them, you guys keeping doing this, you lost the complete thing because you don't listen. Okay, so I'm not pick at you, Raymond. I'm just saying that it is like you're making an atomic bomb. You need to have every process, or else it's unverifiable, unrepeatable. Everybody claim they have this. That's why, again, there are so many so-called grandmaster I kicked out from the school. Why? I stopped teaching them when I found out that. You know why? Because this is nonsense. This is the thing which exactly screw the entire thing up. So the rule have to be set here. Otherwise, we don't know what we are doing. And you know what is the dangerous thing of that? Let me share with you one thing which is very naive and actually is screwing up people. If you want to breathe, you need to know how to handle your internal muscle there. Okay? You are not just taking the whatever I'm showing, the straw and then breathing it. Why? Do you know what you do inside there? That's why if you watch my video, I say you need to go to nurture chi first. Let me tell you today, the biggest screw up in the Chinese Kung Fu and in Wing Chun. Let me tell you this straight. Not that I'm the best fighter in the world or the grandmaster in the world. Not that. Let me tell you by science, okay? Because I never want to validate or verify myself with whatever my title and whatever. Do you know that tucking the tailbone today in Wing Chun is the worst thing in the world that screw everything up? The internal people, it starts with the internal people who is clueless on what the heck's going on. And keeping promote this, you have to tuck in your tailbone, pulling your spine up, your head up, all this nonsense, okay? And then, because the grandmaster is clueless for past 100 years, people copy it in Wing Chun, and you screw everything up. So you say, well, Hendrik, why are you talking this way? Why I'm talking you this way is because what? You can train that for 1,000 years or 1,000,000 years. You cannot verify scientifically with the Western sports science today or MMA fighter. So that means those type of so-called internal is nonsense. Okay. Everybody thinking, oh, I need to tuck in my tailbone, and I'm gonna train Xiu Lim Tao that way or internal Zhan Zhuang that way. How many of you can go challenge Xi Xiaodong even not to fight, but just the physical development, the breathing, particularly, really particular. You can get all the people in China, entire world today, all the grandmasters who make that claim. You go to a sports science lab. You test it within Xi Xiaodong, I guarantee you all fail. You couldn't even get to the lung capacity and the breathing strength of the Xi Xiaodong. Probably you couldn't even get more than half of what Xi Xiaodong can do. You want to go for real? That is for real. Okay? The sport people, the Western sports science have a way of their training, clinical proven training, and they verify with device. They verify with the monometer and all those kind of things, because when they want to rehab people who have lung problem, all kind of problem, they have all this medicine stuff. And then you have this tucking in the tailbone on whatever. So what is the tucking tailbone do? Your tucking tailbone, you lock up the spine, you screw up your diaphragm movement. So if I don't get ballistic, people thinking that I am, it's just Hendrik's opinion and everything. Nonsense. You go to science lab and you see that you're tucking your tailbone, doing your Zhan Zhuang, your internal, whatever nonsense. See what you get result in terms of your lung capacity and your inhale, exhale strength. If you cannot even do that, what do you have? It is this serious. Do you hear Mas Oyama asking his student doing that? Or Mike Tyson using their student to doing that? Of course not. Or any MMA player doing that? Of course not. So you put that thing on there and everybody say, oh, I can tuck my tailbone this way. I can tuck my tailbone that way. What do? What do you get?
Nothing.
Everybody have their opinion, but opinions screw everybody up and everybody become a grandmaster. Grandmaster of what? That's why I said, just go testing it with this, like this, something like this. Okay. Go testing like that. Get the top grandmaster who do that, testing that this way. And if you cannot test it this way and verify it, you couldn't even handle a normal, even amateur marathon runner or swimmer. That is how good is your internal. So Raymond, I'm not picking at you. I just want to tell you that take serious on that thing. We don't want to contribute to bad stuff, right? You want to really learn something which is you can verify with science. And that's the reason why I'm having it with SET, Science, Engineering, and Technology. What is good is to screw the entire Wing Chun brother and sister with this nonsense. And with a title, a big title, but I couldn't even do this. People can buy this today, very simple, okay, and doing the test. And all this is a clinical proven Western medicine. So what is your chi stuff do? What is your internal thing do? Can you breathe? If you cannot breathe, can you fight? We don't even want to talk about fighting. How is your health? And you call that Chinese culture? Chinese culture? That's nonsense. If Qi Ji Guang is I always saying that, if Qi Ji Guang is like that, then we all Chinese. I'm from the southern China too. I will have the Japanese last name, Toyota or Honda last name, okay? Qi Ji Guang will not be able to clean the damn thing up. So I am serious, not that I'm getting mad. I just express my emotion here because it is screwing everybody up left and right in 100 years of I show you on the other video, right? People at that time know. And I show you on the other video that even that 1930, they know, they get the Western medicines and so forth. But it cannot change. It doesn't change. And you guys in the West, if you learn that bad habit, you put it in the West, you're going to screw out West, the entire West screwed. What good is that? And one thing, okay, you said, well, Hendrik's saying this, so that's going to piss everybody off, every grandmaster. Well, let me ask you a question. If you change now, based on science, your name will not go down to the tube in the history. If you don't, you're keeping doing what it is, you think people will not be able to find out? In yoga, people doing what? People have already doing experiment like in Harvard, in Stanford University, doing all kinds of stuff. Now, when people, if they took this and put it in Stanford and think they just write an article there to prove this is all nonsense, what are you going to do? That means your grandmaster name going down to the tube, your lineage, your style, the entire thing going down to the tube. We cannot blame whoever not educate as us today. But the thing is that stop it now. And come back to the thing. If you don't follow exact what I'm saying, you're not going to get there. And if you don't get there, don't say that this is Hendrik's thing and this and that. It's just like people who copy my 1850 Shilim Tao, put it down there and dance. And then they say, well, this is Hendrik's stuff. But I show you, you don't even know how to breathe. Okay? See, it is not that I don't want to share with the world. I want to share everything I want to the world. Whatever I know, I share to the world. All this research, I use my own money, but I share it out. Why? Because there is a humanity part of all of us. What is the point to screw everybody? Okay? Not everything just money, not everything just agenda. That is certain part. The reason why we human can continue on is because there are many people who is good, who presenting, who want everybody is proper. And of course, when thing like this, when I say like this, like Raymond, he understand me because I chew him out too in the class when he don't do thing proper. Why? Who is the one who really benefit if you listen? Of course, it's you, not me. I'm wasting my energy. But if I don't say that, you don't know about it, you're going to teach your student. At the end, what happened? Right? And there is no Chinese culture. Face it. There is no culture. There is no Chinese classic. If we don't have anything which is verifiable with science, we don't have anything which is repeatable. We don't have anything which is we can present systematically. You look at General Qi Shi Guang, everything is systematic, verifiable, even up to today. If we don't have that, we don't have Chinese Kung Fu. It doesn't matter who am I. That's why in my channel, you never hear that I'm saying that I'm the so-so generations from the red boat. I am this people's student. I am that people's student, or this grandmaster, this patriarch student, or this and that. But I show you every piece in evidence in history and in the science. Why? Because it's not about me. It's about the entire thing going down to the tube. And the same time, the same thing. Like, let me tell you one thing. 1560, there's the 1850, there's the revolutions on the Wing Chun Grandmaster, the Twilight Fight Grandmaster, right? So after that, things get back to the usual. Even though there are many people want to overthrow the Qing, okay? But the entire China at that time is so screwed up because of there are so much beneficial connectivity there. So you have a group of people, they want to overthrow the Qing, but they can't. They know it's problem. Even the emperor, the last emperor, he want to reform. But what the emperors, the last emperors, the emperors who evoked that fighting with the Westerner, we say their body can handle bullets. Take away the Emperor Guangxi. Emperor Guangxi study English and want to make better. So take it away, okay? And this emperor died a few days or hours before the emperor dies. So people today say he was toxic, he was poisoned. It's because of power. Now, it was in that loop until Sun Yat-sen, who is from America, from Hawaii, go back there and going around the world and to want to reform China. Okay? And then, of course, it become the modern China, right? You overthrow the Qing dynasty and reform China. So the reason I say that is, you know that thing is toxic there. If you're keeping practice those what is toxic, then you're keeping doing the same thing and never change. Same thing today. By history, like the other day, I shared that, like Grandmaster Ma Li Tang and so forth, want to reform Chinese Kung Fu 1930. 80 years later, today everybody doing the same thing. They don't listen. And that's the reason why, again, on this attack on putting down attack on Wing Chun the other day, I just make the video for you guys to share with you guys. Enough, enough. I don't care about the Asia or whatever anymore. I just care that in the West, we do it straight, properly. Otherwise, what are we doing? You screw me, I screw you. We just boasting ourselves. We don't have really Chinese culture. We don't have the Western science and technology. What are we doing? What are we selling? And so there's a reason. That is the reason why I get into all this, the breathing and all this kind of stuff. And the reason all this, like yesterday, I put a complete study of the 6 healing sounds video out, the complete thing. Why I do that is because I worked out step by step. If you're following that, you will get it. Of course, not the advanced, but at least that you will not do wrong. Now, we need to use this, as what I'm saying. You need to use this stuff. Otherwise, what are we doing? So you need to verify with science, technology. So everybody is equal and everybody is honest and everybody, if you do a good contributions, people know you, people remember you, and you don't have to fight. Who's better fighter? Who cares who is the better fighter? The issue is that you have thousands of people who screw up with this, like tucking your tailbone stuff around the world. You want to help them to get out from that so that they can have their health better, or you want to keeping on with all this thing. So the conclusion here, after I'm whining for so forth, is that every step what I'm saying, if you don't follow, you're not going to get it. If you're not going to get it, you brute force it, you're going to cause problem with yourself. The Chinese have a term called internal injury. The internal injury is like today, what? Hernia. Okay? When you power lift, you don't do it well, you get hernia. Okay? If you don't breathe properly, you get hernia. If you don't know how to breathe, you cannot breathe. You can practice all your Wing Chun, Lim Power with all tucking in your tailbone, your mind power, everything. But if the Western sports science, like the MMA player, they don't even have to fight you. They ask you one question: what is your lung capacity and what is your strength of inhale and exhale? Well, that's all. Can you answer that? How is it yours compared with theirs? If you couldn't even do that, you know where you stand. Am I right?
Yeah.
There's no need for a war. You just compare the technology, you know where you are. And when we go to teach a student, how are you going to teach a student? So everybody want to be grandmaster this day, and that's why I say you just get one of this and get one of this, and then you're testing your breathing, see what you can do. How much handling you have there. If you don't, you never even start yet in Chinese Kung Fu. Sorry to say that. Because you don't know how to use your muscle inside there. You don't know. So what is internal? What is grandmaster? So I'm not trying to like putting all you guys down, okay? As I just tell Daniel and many people here, I'm retiring. And I don't want to, I want to live a easy life here on. Before I can teach or coaching, helping more students. Now I don't. Because I'm not open a business and I don't want to get issue with IRS on open the school, take the money and everything. You know, you always have to do that. So Even if I want to help people, which is close and which is really sincere, every year the most is I can have what? Less than 10 people to go through all these details. Okay. So in the general, I'll say that don't follow me, follow science. If you cannot verify with science, you don't have anything. So, you know, that's what my bottom line here. This is a reality. If we don't face, the same thing with the 1930 again. And don't try something which is we don't follow the first step. If you miss one step, you got problem. Like Raymond, now you can do 2C very well, right? Now, if I don't tell you 2C, I get you into the momentum. Can you handle that?
No.
If you brute force it, Raymond, what happened? By your experience, if you don't know 2C and you want to go for momentum and you try your best, you work very hard, what happened?
Yeah, my breathing is bad, and yeah, it can difficult to explain, but it doesn't work as you told.
Now, what is that going to do with your body if you brute force it?
You're gonna get exhausted very quick.
Yes.
And will that help your body, or that going to damage your body in the long run?
It's gonna damage your body.
Yeah.
So if you have a 20, 30 years Kung Fu player doing that, you don't have the MMA player's body. You cannot breathe like them. What Kung Fu do you have? How can we go play a momentum game? The momentum combination game.
We can't.
You can
we don't have the
keeping stand there, 站桩, or doing your 手链头, your mind power for 1,000 years or 1 billion years. If you don't know how to breathe, you don't know how to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how serious it is. So Daniel, you have experience with that thing?
Not the way I didn't do the nurture N1 process. I didn't do that, but that's why I can tell you that much. But I tried like about 1 minute just to test it because I didn't know how to until I found a method to have some kind of a straw, and I didn't test it out. But what I can say is just a little, and I know the 6 healing sounds, and I know how it feels when you do it properly. And what I felt is just when you breathe in, the nose goes deep, and when you breathe out, you can even sense it in your body. So as deep down to the lower abs. So you sense, and what I also sensed was the lung capacity. You can breathe. I was breathing out so long without having problems. This is what I noticed when I did it. So I breathe in, breathe out, and I go like really, really, really long because I know how to handle that just because of the 6 healing sounds. That's why I know how it feels like.
Okay. The reason for N1 is not necessary you have to do N1 and then you do that next. The N1 is to actually to let you have a proper handling of your body and your breathing in the loose way. Okay? And because you have loose way, you're not going to brute force thing. Now, if you have 2C, even though you don't do the N1, you have a 2C, you have a better way of handling here. Okay, so if you don't have a 2C, when you inhale and you exhale, guess what? You're going to use this part to do it. If you use force on that, you're going to cause problem.
Yes.
That's why
if you
go ahead.
Yes, if you brute force it, it's just it gets stuck. It gets stuck in the chest, and you can breathe properly. So it's really, really important to be loose, like you say, and to have this 2C state. And yeah, I mean, the more you learn, the more you practice, the better you become. It's really important to practice it and to know how it is when your body is loose. When you don't know that, if you don't sense that, it's going to be difficult, and you're gonna hurt your body.
So,
your inner organs.
So if you practice 6 healing sound, that means you already have the N1
Yes.
type of Kung Fu, okay?
Yes.
Even though you don't do the N1 and then do this with the straw, but you know your body already. If you practice 6 healing sound, you even know more. And then if you use that straw right away, you can feel that how the entire inside works when you exhale and inhale.
Yes.
That is the bottom line. Okay. So this is the key. And Reynold, you understand what I'm talking about? So you understand, right, Raymond?
Yes. Yes.
So this is the thing, because if you do not do this and then you're just using the pipe to using your force, you might going to end up there injury your or screw up your diaphragm and your muscle there. And those kind of things can cause what? So that's why if you go to a clinic, when you have a lung issue and all this kind of issue, they make a verification on you, because not everything you can do. Because they concern about your cardio issue, your cardiovascular issue. If you have high blood pressure and all those kind of things. So that's why you're going to the nurture chi, that's the relax, right? Recovery, your heart rate going down, your everything. That's to make sure that when you practice this, even though it is still not using force at all, as my video, you don't use any force. Many people, even they have brute force their body, they still don't know. So this
can tell you a story.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Hendrik.
Go ahead.
I can tell you a story. For example, a few years ago in BJJ, I was there for a competition, and I was not allowed to fight if I didn't go through the check. So there was a doctor, and he checked my lung, he checked everything, and then he gave me the paper that I was allowed to fight. So what you say is true. That's why I wanted to approve that and confirm that, because you always have a doctor who checks you before you fight. And if you're not healthy enough, then he doesn't give you the permission
Green
to
light.
fight. So it's it's really, really, really important, and that's why they check lung, they check everything, and then they say, okay, good, now you have the permission, you have the green light. That's why I wanted to say that.
Thank you. That's exactly Kung Fu or Wing Chun have to get in. Okay, that is the proper way to do things. So I'm saying this step by step. Everything is just to make sure that everybody is within the proper zone, not exceed something going to screw yourself up. Okay. So this is what I like to share with you guys today. It is serious stuff, and here on we need to have this thing. And like Daniel right now, Daniel, you know how the breathing go inside to deep down to your lower abs and everything, right? Only, and then, see, what I'm sharing with you guys now is so that you'll be able to aware of your body. Not even the Kung Fu yet, okay? What I share out there in the video, my video. Only when you're aware of your body, when something you feel don't good, you just say, I'm not going to do that. So that's the reason why I just like, you thinking I'm chewing Raymond. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that we need to have the self-checks so that we know what it is. Because you go through every step, right? Every step is a check.
Yeah, you need to following the process. There is a process. You need to follow the protocol and the process to get there.
You need to develop your awareness. If you don't have an awareness
Yes.
on that, you don't want to do it. You brute force it, who knows what will happen. Okay. So this is very heavy stuff for some, but for some this will be a new paradigm. It's opened up all possibility for you all.
Yeah.
Because only this way you can get better, right? You keep doing the same thing, which is you don't know, you will not get it. So I hope that this sharing out there and people can understand what is the reality. So that's the breathing. So breathing is, well, it is a critical stuff. If you cannot breathe, you cannot fight. You couldn't even have a good body.
That's true.
For sure.
You cannot even have a healthy body.
Yes.
Okay, so today that's
Okay.
it. Enough that I make everybody like Raymond probably feel heavy. Okay, don't. I sometimes I'm like Zen. I like the Zen teaching. I'm shocking you guys so that you remember. If I can save life by scolding you, I will. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. See you guys. Bye bye.
Okay.